PNR Networks is a member of Patreon. Show your love for our shows by joining our ongoing fundraising campaign and get some fantastic perks in return. Check it out and become a Patreon sponsor. You can sign up at patreon.com, patreon.com/PNR Networks. And thanks for your support.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
From eCinemaOne.com and Subject Cinema, it's time to open the pipeline and check out the latest releases on home video in the U.S. for Tuesday, August 29th, 2017. This is Tuesday Digidex. I'm TC Kirkham. It's another hella busy week, so let's not waste any time. Debuting on DVD, Blu-ray, and on-demand streaming this week, comedy Baywatch, starring Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron, rated R. Disney Earth's Panda documentary, Born in China, rated G. The latest direct-to-video animated DC Universe film, Batman and Harley Quinn, starring the voices of Kevin Conroy, Melissa Roche, Paget Brewster, Lauren Lester, and Kevin Michael Richardson, not rated. Award-winning comedy drama, Dean, starring Dimitri Martin and Kevin Kline, rated PG-13. Thriller, Inconceivable, starring Nicolas Cage, Nikki Whalen, Gina Gershon, and Faye Dunaway, rated R. And the comedy Killing Hasselhoff, starring David Hasselhoff, Rhys Darby, and Carlos Pina Vega, rated R. The Criterion Collection usually takes the last week of each month off, and this week is no exception. There's no new releases from them this week. However, for the third week in a row, there is a ton of stuff hitting DVD from the small screen. Black Sails, the complete 4th season. The Bureau, Season 3. Chicago Fire, Season 5. Chicago Med, Season 2. Delicious, Season 1. Designated Survivor, the complete 1st season. Elementary, the 5th season. Flipper, the original series, Seasons 1 and 2 on separate sets. Gotham, the complete 3rd season. Grey's Anatomy, the complete 13th season. Mom, the complete 4th season. NCIS, the 14th season. The Originals, the complete 4th season. Ripper Street, Season 5. Star Wars Rebels, complete Season 3. And just in time for its upcoming revival, Will and Grace, Season 1. Of interest on Netflix this week, sci-fi mystery Buster's Malhart, starring Rami Malek, DJ Qualls, Caitlin Schell, and Toby Huss, not rated. Controversial Netflix original Death Note, starring Nat Wolff, Lakeith Stanfield, Margaret Qualley, Shea Wiggum, and Willem Dafoe, rated TVMA. Adventure drama Gold, starring Matthew McConaughey, Edgar Ramirez, Bryce Dallas Howard, Corey Stoll, Toby Kebbell, and Bill Camp, rated R. Critically acclaimed comedy The Hippopotamus, starring Roger Allam, Tim Charles, and Rod Glenn, not rated. Trans-teen coming-of-age drama Three Generations, starring Elle Fanning, Susan Sarandon, Naomi Watts, Linda Iman, and Andrew Polk, rated PG-13. UFO documentary Unacknowledged, not rated. And Netflix original sci-fi thriller What Happened to Monday, starring Noomi Rapace, Glenn Close, and Willem Dafoe, not rated. Now of interest on Amazon Prime, the musical comedy biopic Florence Foster Jenkins, starring Meryl Streep, Hugh Grant, and Simon Helberg, rated PG-13. The documentary Obit, which focuses on the obituary writers of the New York Times, not rated. 2012 documentary Head Games, which takes a hard look at concussions and their long-term effect on NFL players, spearheaded by former WWE wrestler Chris Nowinski, rated PG-13. And for those of you in a nostalgic mood, the long out-of-print 1976 skateboarding documentary Freewheelin', starring original Z-Boy and Lords of Dogtown screenwriter Stacy Peralta, and featuring classic footage of the birth of modern skateboarding from the early 1970s. If you're a fan of modern skateboarding and you've never seen this, you need to. Without Peralta and company, the Tony Hawks, Bucky Lasek, and Bob Burnquist of the world probably would have never happened. Trust me, it's awesome. Not rated. Most of today's new releases are available on both DVD and Blu-ray, although in some cases manufacturers will release titles only in one format. Check your favorite online source for DVD and Blu-ray releases to find if your preferred format is available. Most major film titles are also usually available for streaming and download through multiple sites on the same day as DVD release. Check your favorite online streaming services to see if your favorite films are available to stream or download. For the lowdown on what's hitting U.S. theaters every weekend, check out 3 Minute Weekend, your complete guide to all the new theatrical releases every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, available on this same feed through most podcast services or directly from our website at eCinemaOne.com. Please remember to check out PNRNetworks' premier weekly film podcast, Subject Cinema, with yours truly and my lovely co-host Kim Brown. Now in its second decade, it's full of reviews, news, commentary, and a whole lot of laughs. You can check it out every Sunday evening at eCinemaOne.com and SubjectCinema.com, or subscribe to your favorite podcast service, including iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, TuneIn.com, YouTube, and many others. Just search your favorite service for Subject Cinema. If you enjoy Tuesday Digidex each week, please consider joining our Patreon campaign. Your generous recurring monthly support will help give us a chance to upgrade our equipment and bring you more news, features, coverage, and shows, and make our current shows and websites get bigger and better. You support a show you like, we give you some cool perks in return, and you're not supporting just Tuesday Digidex, but all of the PNR Networks family. Monthly donations start at just $2, and we really appreciate your patronage and support. So become a Patreon supporter. Click on the giant orange Patreon button on any PNR Networks website, or go directly for all the scoop at patreon.com/PNR Networks. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Tuesday Digidex. Please join me every Tuesday morning for all the DVD, Blu-ray, and on-demand releases in the U.S. And don't forget to subscribe so you're up to date on the latest releases as soon as the show goes up. You can subscribe through iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube, and other popular podcast sites, and also through Roku. Find out how at the eCinemaOne website. I'll see you this Friday on 3 Minute Weekend, but for now, for Tuesday Digidex, I'm TC Kirkham. See you next week.
All right, Kristen, I am so excited that you've decided to do a podcast with me, but what are we going to do a podcast about? There's so many other movie podcasts. We got to do something original.
Well, I'm a big fan of Disney movies. What about something like that?
That's just kid stuff. What do we want to do that for?
Did you know that The Avengers is a Disney movie? Or that Pulp Fiction is a Disney movie?
Pulp Fiction is not a Disney movie.
It's technically owned by Miramax, which is part of Disney.
We are still going to talk about the Disney animated movies, though, right?
I thought you said that was kid stuff.
Well, I've got 2 kids. I got to be a good dad and stuff.
So be sure to subscribe to the Walt Sent Me podcast, where we discuss the various subsidiaries of the Walt Disney Studios, including the animated movies.
It's available on iTunes, Podomatic, and wherever you find great podcasts. And I swear, it's not kid stuff.
This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
Podcasting's choice. From coast to coast, continent to continent, right here 24/7.
PNR.